Hello everyone, my name is Paranjay Sharma. I am a student at IIPS DAVV. I am currently in 5th SEM MCA. This video is regarding my assignment for Introduction to Data Science. This is the third video I guess from the playlist for the first internal test. Here we will discuss about the part C of our first internal test, which is data preprocessing for feedback analytics. So let's start with the question number 9 where we left off in the previous video. So in this question we are asked about various issues like suffering from accuracy, completeness and consistency on our feedback data, which we have seen in the previous videos. So let's start with the solution for that. So accuracy means basically means how correct or truthful the data is. So a very high accuracy, a very high data point like 70 or a very low rating like 13 may not truly reflect the teaching quality. So it can also introduce personal bias which can affect the score. So some students might give ratings without thinking, so the result it will result in representing the faculty performance falls. So the data may not be correctly represented. The completeness means whether all required data is present. That is the completeness of the data. So it will result in incomplete data uh, gives an unfair or partial picture. That is, like for example, some students may not fill the feedback form. The faculty evaluation may not represent all students, etc. Then consistency. The data becomes difficult to compare and analyze, as consistency may not be there because similar students may give very different ratings, repeated values like multiple 35s, etc. Different understanding of rating scale causes inconsistency. Like for example, 1 to 5, 5 is a good rating, 1 is a bad rating, but someone understood like 5 is a bad rating, 1 is a good rating. So that also makes the data inconsistent and difficult to compare and analyze. So consistency over here means the data should follow the same pattern and rules. These were basically the main things asked in the question, and other important data quality dimensions which we can check beforehand to prevent any issues are timeliness and relevance. So timeliness is basically late feedback like late data updation after training model. In our case, feedback should be collected soon after teaching, though no late feedbacks. Late feedbacks can be inaccurate due to memory loss, etc. Relevance. Question should be related to the subject. Like the data should have data. The data should have uh, the values of the questions asked which are related, not unrelated. Like irrelevant questions may add noise to the data itself. Then coming on to the next question. In this we discuss approaches such as ignoring tuples, etc. So let's start with the answer itself. So first is ignoring tuples. Uh, that is, we remove records with missing feedback. That is manhandling basically, but it reduces the data size and other useful informations for that particular row have in different columns may be lost. Then coming on to the next is filling manually. Uh, we can use forward fill, backward fill, etc. Or any accurate but it's accurate but time consuming, but we can fill the values by asking experts, etc. Then we can fill with constants, a constant value like 0 or an average score, which we will discuss about it later. uh, then we have mean median mode. which is basically the average, the most frequent coming values, or the median, that is the middle value of the whole distribution of the data points. Then we have class specific imputations. It requires class level data, that is same course or faculty. We fill the values based on clusters or the similar groups. Then we have most probable value method. We use patterns from existing data to predict the missing values, like we use interpolations or linear regression over here. Then coming on to the next question, in this we will use the same feedback data as we have used previously in our previous videos. In this we have to first normalize the ratings, like smooth the ratings using bin method, detect outliers, and discuss other methods. So first let's start with the binning method, the A part. So the step 1 is sort the data which is already sorted. We divide the data into bins of size 3, because it's given specifically of depth 3, that is 3 bins. So for example, if we take bin 1 of 13, 15, 16, the mean will be 14.7. So we calculate uh, mean for every one of the bin that we have put our data into. Like every bin should have 3 elements specifically. So 13, 15, 16. Then in the data set we continue and further on. And if no data point are left, we just take the single data point at the last one. So after calculating the mean, we replace original values with bin means. Like in bin 1, like 13 to 16, if any values lies over there and it is in none or missing value, we fill it with 14.7. Then we have to detect outliers. Outliers are basically the data points on the left hand side and the right hand side of our distributions, that is uh, the the maximum and the minimum values, which are 70 and 13 over here respectively. In the box plot method, we can use box plot method, the z-score method, that is we can do z-score normalization, that is removing mean and variance from each and every data point. Then we have other data smoothing methods, like bin median. We already did bin mean, we can do it for bin median. Bin boundary replaces with the nearest boundary value. Moving averages, average over nearby values, like taking average, rolling averages, moving averages. uh, Regression smoothing, we fit a line or a curve using least square methods, etc. Clustering, we can use smoothing technique like clustering, like k-mean clustering, knn, k nearest neighbors, etc.